Hola, my name is Chris Hunt, and I'm a fashion photographer here in Mexico City. I went to college for a little while and was a photo editor at my school newspaper. And after that, I got into fashion through working at a model agency. Interest in photography melded with the interest in fashion, and I started shooting the models and started doing fashion photography from there. One of the first things I did was move to Asia when I only had maybe 20 pictures in my portfolio, just on a whim, just for fun. And that was my school, because I never went to photography school, but my school was being thrown into the deep end of the photography business. I think I was in New York City for maybe 6 or 7 years, and I was relatively successful towards the end of that, working for some pretty decent clients. And one in particular, BCBG, which is a fashion company in the United States, they're based in Los Angeles, and they were flying me out from New York to Los Angeles 2 weeks a month. And I got to the point where I said, you know, and LA is really nice. It's a nice place to live, and the weather's great. And I got to the point where I figured, if I'm flying out to LA so much and living in New York, why don't I live in LA and fly to New York instead? So I switched coasts. There's two career paths in fashion photography, and one is the really high fashion end of things, and one is the more commercial fashion end of things. And I realized the really high fashion it's not just about your photography, it's about your connections and who you know, and it's very political as well. And I was struggling going that direction. It's almost like the photography business chose the style that they liked me best for. I feel like I've been really successful in that style, and now I want to branch out and go back a little bit more to the high fashion. And so part of what I'm doing here is going down that road again, starting to shoot the high fashion work. When I'm given the freedom to shoot whatever I want, it's fun. You know, it's fun because as a photographer, I think that you always have a store in your head of ideas you want to do. Like, you know, in my head, I have a million different ideas I want to do. And then I am always having maybe 15, 20 concepts down on paper that I want to pursue. But other times when a client approaches me and they have a campaign they want to shoot, or they have a new line of clothes they want to shoot, I can show them, like, here's this idea I think would really work for your brand. And you know, we work together to dial things in a little bit for their brand. But I think it's really important to always have like a stock of ideas that you can present to clients. And that requires a lot of research, and it's, you know, looking at magazines, looking at pictures on the internet, and coming up with inspiration that works for that brand. Clients see so many photographers out there. If you have a wide range of style, there's a million other photographers that specialize in just each piece of the style that you're doing. So I think really to make a name for yourself now, pick a style that you really respond to, that you love, and just hammer away at that. Just shoot that style and perfect it and make that your own. So when someone sees a picture in that style, they know, oh, that person shot that. They can tell just by looking at the picture. And if you can do that, the entry into being a professional photographer is so much easier.